Hey everybody, it's Kelly and I am back with you for day 9. But before I do day 9, today was the last day of my class. So what I'm doing is I actually kept my name tag from class. When I left today, I thought, oh, I can tuck this in. Well, what I didn't realize is that the next day was the day that I used the Starbucks sleeve, you know, because my memory's kind of short and I'm fried from being in class. So I thought, well, I don't really want to layer it over that because I think that's cute. But what I think I'm going to do is just do that. And, you know, so what if they, although now that I think about this, why can't I just punch a third hole in here? And at some point, maybe I'll come back and I'll tie a little, I'll tie some more twine on that in that other spot. And so now they're gonna come, you know, down, but they both make a little bit more sense. It's a little insert. You know, if I don't really love it, I can always take it out of the book, but I just like that there's some memorabilia. So on to day 9, which is the back side of this one. And what that is my 1 4x6 and 2 3x4s. And I have this photo. I went to dinner with some friends last night. So I have this photo, and this is of my dinner. So I printed it at a 3x3, so that'll go in one of those. And then when I was going through my things, I remembered that I had this piece as well. So this normally, it's a transparency that came from a cut apart, and normally I would put that so that you could see through, but in this particular case I haven't used it yet and I want to use it. I like how the green works with that, so I'm going to use that. And then my other thing is that I want to bring in something down here, and I know that my photo from today, which is day 10, is a snow photo, and I think I'm going to do it on a 6x6 just to have a little bit of fun playing with that. So I'm going to look through here and kind of decide what I want to use, and I'm thinking that I like this little stripe here. And then what am I gonna do? Oh, except this piece. Okay, so this piece is not as wide as this other one is. This other one is 6 1/4. So I'm gonna have to shave a little bit off of this, which I think that'll be okay. So if I put this down here and this on here, then I do have this cut apart that I like, and it says, I love this time of year. So I'm thinking I can put that down here with this. Do I like this? So this was a little, some friends and I got to dinner for our little yearly Christmas celebration, and we exchanged presents and, you know, had a good time. So I'm kind of liking the way that worked. I'm just looking to see if there's any other papers, and I think the answer to that is no. Now, I can do, I'm going to grab some cards here and see if there's anything in here I like. And right away I see this Merry Christmas card, which I like, and I'm thinking that that might be kind of a nice, because it was a little Christmas celebration, I'm thinking that would be really nice. So that's gonna go here. I'm going to probably just put this on the back of the card behind it, and I can do my number right on top of that. I'm going to see if I have a 9 left in a set with red, which is what this set right here is, and I have lots of 9s left. Oh, let's see. Is this too much? I have these striped letters. Well, it's definitely too much if it goes like this. Trying to decide, do I like the way that looks? or do I like this better? That looks like it's kind of getting lost, doesn't it? Now I could grab some sort of little die cut. I'm going to look at those die cuts maybe that have the multicolors in them. Because I think across the way it'll be probably blue. Oh, this could be nice. This says well, it says you bring me so much joy, but Christmas could bring me lots of joy. I'm going to cut this down. Just because that'll help me sort of visualize if I like this all together. Okay, so I need to cut a little bit off of the card and a little bit off of the top of the paper. And I think if I glue these together, what I'll do is then I can do my trimming here. And I want this to go out now, I guess. Of course, it would help if I put that in the right direction, wouldn't it? Sorry if I've got this right at the bottom of your screen, but it's a little hard for me to line these up otherwise. Okay, just did that. Cut that off, and then there's a little edge up here. Okay, so that took care of that. Ooh, and that edge is really off. I'll be right back. I'm going to just even that up. I have a beautiful paper trimmer, but you know, I never want to use it for some reason. Okay, that's better. All right, so this will help me visualize this a little bit more. Now, the other thing I can do is go back to that. Not totally in love with that little joy card as much as I love it. Ooh, but that maybe. That makes a little bit more sense to me. Now I need to trim this too. That was a cut apart, the gray one. So I'm just gonna even it up a little bit. And now that this is trimmed up, this card under here, this is taking up the whole space. And I really, now that this is on there, I really don't like that. And one of the other things that I'm just looking at that I need to be aware of that I have actually done is that I'm balancing colors here. So there's a little bit of green here and a big thing of green here. And then the gray is fine. That's not causing any problems. So that's good. What I think I'm going to do is trim this up a little bit more just so I can show a tiny, tiny bit of that red paper underneath. Sometimes I will do it and I'll put those journaling cards on there so that they actually do go from edge to edge. But in this case, I'm not liking it. I do do that a little bit more often when I have a photograph than I do this way. And what I'm doing here is I'm just kind of looking to see if I can even this up a little bit, which is what I'm going to do here, which I've got that even. This ATG is giving me fits lately, isn't it? I think I'm just about done though, so. And now what I'm doing is I'm checking that the top and bottom margin and the side to side margins here are about the same. That's something that your eye will detect, so just be careful about that. That kind of thing. So if something doesn't look quite right to you, sometimes that's what it is. I really need to there's a curl in that ATG, which I'll deal with in just a bit. Okay. And now I'm looking at this, and this is actually a little bit off. Okay, the other thing I just did is I'm making sure this corner is not in line with that card, and then this keeps flipping on me, so I'm just going to do that. And then I think I will get out my stickers. I could do some washi under that, but I think I'm not going to. Just see if there's anything under here that I want to use. And I don't think not on this one. And there's a little like house and presents, a little stocking. Just seeing if I could get this in here, this holly, and cover that up maybe. Nope. Little it just doesn't look great. And I think that's a little bit too big for down there. There's a little house here, which is kind of cute, but we weren't at anybody's house. It was a restaurant. So I think that's a no. Just thinking what else I could use here. I'm looking at my acrylics, and I didn't see an acrylic that I loved for that. I do have some acrylic. I have these cork pieces too. The thing about the cork that might be kind of nice is that we did exchange some presents. And there's a lot of brown in the meal that I had there. I love grouper. I'm not a big fish eater, but I love grouper. So I think it might be nice if I brought that in somehow. I'm not liking that though, off-centered. It's almost like I could use like a round circle thing over that, but I don't need to do that. I'm not gonna do that. And I don't love that on that card. There we go. I think like that, that's good. Trying to decide if I'm making my life more miserable that way. Oh, I have these cute little medallions and gingerbread men and snowflakes. Maybe I just need a little baby gingerbread man here next to my 9. Nope. He is not the answer. Oh, and he's stuck on there. These are from, I think, this year's Pebbles Christmas collection, the 2014 collection, or 2014, whoa, 2017 collection. see if I like that any better. Getting a little, there's no gray on here at all either. You know, I'm thinking about the wood. Don't you love it when you're trying too hard? Just feels like really random. That's the problem. I don't think this is going to work. I'm going to just leave that 9 on there and leave it alone. When I've tried this hard and nothing seems to be, you know, working well for it, I think it's time to stop and just say, okay, that just needs to be all by itself. That's good as it is. So then I'm just going to cut, again, I'm trimming here. Had that little sticker on the other side there that I had to trim through. Okay, I think that's good. So there's this one. Oh. Present, yes. Present, no. It's bugging me a little that all the brown would be centered on this side, but I think it's fine. I'm going to say it's good, and let's call it done. But with this one, I think I'm going to put that on the outside. I talked about this at least a few days ago, that if you put things that are two-dimensional in the pockets, the photos and cards behind them can fall out. It's one of the reasons that I glue these things back to back a lot of times, because it stops it, at least it stops some of the slippage in between. So that's why I'm doing that. And these aren't perfect, but they're close. You know, they're fine. So then pop this down here. There it is. And then I was going to say, and then I need to find out what I did for my present. And I'm snugging this up here so that it looks like it's part of that. Okay. So really, basically, I think this day is done. Unless I want to add in. Now I could do that. Well, we didn't have any dessert here. A star. That could sort, oh, and there's a little heart here and a little heart here. I think that's what I'm going to do with this. Okay, so I'm going to do the 2 hearts. That feels a little bit better to me. It just felt like this was kind of sticking out by itself, and now that that's going to be on there, I think they make more sense together. And now I kind of like the fact that I don't have anything up here, because it just feels like it's it's a little bit of breathing room, I guess. So these cork circles are from this year's Christmas collection from Elle Studio. All right, guys, that is day 9 in the books. I am going to shut the camera off, honestly, and start day 10 for you, since I'm doing them both in the same day, just because of the way my schedule worked out yesterday. So I hope you guys are all well, and I'll be back with another video again tomorrow. Bye.